Hey there, everyone. Welcome to another Tuesday night watch talk with your host, Bobby Legs, and friends. I think I'm supposed to have some friends joining me tonight, but they're always late for the party. Just a little late, fashionably late, if you will. Just their style. I'm expecting a couple of guys here and want to play a little game with one of them. Hopefully, they will join, but that's okay if they can't. We'll just have a nice little chat um, with me and you this evening. I am wearing. Let me see if I can get this strap off. Usually, it's a little sticky, not sticky like tape, but it has a rubber strap on it, and it kind of like it gives me a little bit of a hard time taking off strap. Otherwise, I really like the watch. This is the Citizen Pro Master Dive, believe it's called. Very, very cool piece. I've been wearing it a lot. It's my new beater, and I mean that in the nicest possible way, right? With affection and with love. That's how I mean it. Pretty solid piece. Fits pretty well. Eco Drive, which I love, and I don't have to worry about um, changing the battery, setting the time. Whatever. It's all good. Hey, Amin, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good, good. Thanks for joining this evening.
Thanks
Waiting
for having
for
me.
one more guest, a special guest. And I was just telling everybody about the Citizen that I got here, this diver. I think you have the same watch, right? Or you
I
have
have
the
the blue camo one, but
yeah,
I
yeah,
really
yeah,
like your one.
yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. I was saying that it's been my beater, and obviously mean that in the most uplifting possible way,
Yep. Yep.
out of respect. Out of respect,
Mm.
Hey, what do you have on wrist tonight?
I have on Paddock World Time
Ooh,
tonight.
very, very nice. Awesome,
Yes.
awesome. Great piece. Let us. What do you say? Let's say hi to the chat. There is Chaz. How you doing, Chaz? Marceau is actually here first with his Enjolnor on his wrist, and Deech was second with his tuna. Deech prominently featured in a new video by Design Atelier today. A little collection talk there. If you guys didn't have the chance to see it, make sure you go to Jason's channel, Design Atelier. Subscribe. He does a great job with the videography and whatnot. Hey, Dib, how are you, buddy?
Hey, Dib.
Guys,
Good. You dressed up for the occasion. Looking pretty sharp with your button down. Looking good, my friend.
Deech has this version of the watch you're wearing that's like a sand-colored Asia edition.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
that thing looks sweet.
So sweet,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
I wish I gotta try to track Dib. I mean, Deech, if you can post the reference number for that in the chat, I would love to do some research on it.
Yeah. Hey, Dib, what's going on, man? How you doing, bud?
doing good. Can't complain. How are you
Yeah.
too?
Um,
Wearing the PAM 177
Oh yeah.
mm,
on a Nick Manky orange strap,
It looks so
yeah.
good on that
Looks so
strap.
good on that. Yeah. Yeah. I've had
dedicated to my good friend Chaz.
yeah. I think those PAMs are great on NATOs as well. I mean, we know that they're just great on most straps, right? And you could go down a rabbit hole and spend a ton of money on straps for Panerais. But I think those NATO straps are not thought of per se by Panerai owners that I know of, and it's a nice little feature. It's a nice little twist to the strap game with Panerai, so I like it, Deb. Hey, Steve is here. Time out. How you doing? Uh, Underachieving watch collector is here. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Justin is strapped in. Yes, Roberto legs. That's me. Legs up. All right. What were you guys waiting for me? Sorry. James is here. Hello, all. Wearing a Stova Fliga 36 millimeter
Nice.
tonight. Yes. Early for Flieger Friday. Why not? Rob Nitro. Yo, fam. What's up, man? Hey, Colin is here. Good to see you. Too lazy to name all of you. Hello.
That's how I usually feel.
Yeah, yeah. I feel bad when I'm watching a stream on my phone because you can't really add people. easily, right? I mean, maybe there's a way to do it, or hashtag, right? When you say hello to people, like you hashtag like here on your on a PC or laptop, a desktop computer. But maybe there's a way on the phone. I'm a boomer, so I just haven't figured it out yet. But I feel bad because I can't, like, people will say hello to me and I just like, hey, and I just don't tag them because just if I don't tag you when I'm saying hello to you on a stream, it's because I'm on my phone and I still haven't figured out the future yet. Greetings, Caliber is saying. How you doing, Caliber? Good to see you. Colin is exhausted from poor financial decisions. Oh, buddy. Um, Kevin S., I'm stressed out about having to change the battery on my Seiko tuna 3 to 5 years from now. Oh, the anxiety. Kevin's already coming out of the gates hot. He totally is. Karan, about time. Thank you so much for the super chat. Wow, awesome. Thank you so much. So you guys have the opportunity, please check out Karan's channel, About Time, for sure. Kevin is wearing the Black Bay 58 blue tonight. Very nice. Very nice. Justin saying, I love that Pro Master dive. What do you have on? Paddock World Time. What an exchange. Mes9 is here. Deech will get that reference number to you, Amin, soon. Time Hill, Steve, wearing the Alpes tonight. Michael B, what's up? All right. Hey, Rick is here. What's up, Rick? How you doing? Good to see you. Karan saying, Dib, you should feel lazy. I lazy saying your whole name. Dib, you should feel lazy saying your whole name. Okay. All right,
Not,
Dib.
not if you talk slowly. I don't talk fast.
You know, talk fast. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, can't text on the phone either. It's a pain. Okay. All right. All right. So I'm not the only one. It's okay. Yeah, I still am a boomer, but anyway. Chaz wearing the gray side of the moon, like he calls it the pole side of the moon, because Paul's favorite color is gray. Jeffrey here, Perth, Australia, in the house. What's up, Jeffrey? How you doing? All right. So, Dib, it's been like a minute since you've, been on the stream, man. It's been a little while here, a couple weeks. We missed you. Love your takes on everything. Like, what have you been you been doing with your bad self lately?
I mean, the usual work, sleep, eat,
Yeah,
bitch at
yeah.
people on the internet,
Look at people
troll
on
people on
the
the internet.
yeah,
That,
yeah,
that's what we do, right?
yeah. Hey,
No watch purchases, so that's good.
but any
Eh,
coming, right? You still got that. You still got some Mings, right? Don't you have some Mings going on?
I have the 3707 Ming coming in, hopefully, I don't know, next few months.
Yeah, yeah.
I think the first batch has started to ship.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm in the second batch or the third batch, but all I know is I ordered mine 3 minutes in, so that
Yeah,
has to count for something.
right, right, for sure. Uh, Steve's saying Dib wearing his lumberjack shirt. Dib's got a little, like, I think, a little product in his hair too, doesn't he? Like, it looks like he has
Dib's
got
Dib's
like
got
some
something
gel.
going on tonight. Yep, he's got a date after the show.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
It's 9:09 almost. Like 11 o'clock, lights out.
Yeah.
Mm.
How's Dib enjoying his recent Invicta? Underachieving Watch Collector wants to know.
It's like having hemorrhoids.
So rude. So rude.
So rude.
One word finishes it all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Checkmate. You got it. Hey, I don't know if you know this, but Dib really loves tigers, right? It's like his
Mm.
like favorite animal. It's like his like spirit animal.
Kind of knew
Uh,
this. Yep.
yeah, yeah, that's right. I mean, we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
he like, how like I kind of like anything like with birds on watches. Like Dib just he has such reverence for tigers, right? And if
Yep.
you say anything bad about a tiger, watch out
On a
because
watch or in general?
I think in general, because then the real tiger comes out in Dib.
Mm.
So let me see how I have a little game that I want to play, um, tying in the tiger theme and watches with Dib, and I want you to play along, because I want to know what you think Dib's gonna do. But first, let's say hello to Hey Wayman, how you doing? What's going on? Good to see you. Dib is Bengali, right? Bengali tigers, right? Bengal tigers. Um, Ken Spears here. He's checking in from Pittsburgh. How you doing, Ken? Okay, so Ahmed, like over a year or two ago, when Marcus and Colin and Joe were more regulars, and you and I were doing more consistent streams, all of us together, we had a little game, right? We had
Hmm.
the watch. Would you get buy this watch or wear this watch, or would you get this tattoo, right?
Right, right,
So
right.
I put a little something last minute here together, and I want to play along with Dib here, and see what he would go with. Like, would he go with a certain watch over a tattoo, or the
Mm.
tattoo over a certain watch? Dib, I don't want to know how you feel about tattoos. That's not the point. I don't want you saying, I never get a tattoo no matter what. I don't want to hear it. But we're just going to play this game, and I want you to play in earnest, and I want you to answer truthfully, because we will know if you're lying to us. Hey, Colin's saying, I love this game. It's a great game. It really is a great game. Okay, so let's get this going. So if you guys are unfamiliar, those in the chat, the way the game is played, I'll present Dib with a watch, and then we'll talk about the watch maybe a little bit, get his opinion on it, and then we'll see if he'd rather have the watch or would he rather get the tattoo, right? So it's kind of like a Sophie's choice here. I don't know if I even used that properly. Hold on a second. So let's get this going here. Okay.
Well, before you start, Bobby, all
Yeah.
I'll say is when you
Don't.
have a 500-pound tiger chasing you, you develop that reverence,
Wait a second. Wait a second. You had a 500-pound tiger chase you.
So the Sundarban Delta is the biggest delta in the world, and
Mm-hmm.
it encompasses India and Bangladesh. So that's where the highest concentration of Royal Bengal tigers are. Um, so you can go tiger sighting, on a decently sized boat.
Yeah.
And we were passing through the river, and this tiger, it's just lying there, taking in the sun,
Mm.
getting a suntan,
Mm-hmm.
and all of a sudden, we don't know what happened to it. It just leapt in the water and started swimming towards us. Now there were like
What?
25, 30 people in the boat. I mean, you will not believe how fast tigers swim. With that much weight, they're graceful. So that's an experience. So definitely, hey,
Hey, Isabel.
all right.
Dibs,
So
Uncle Dibs telling us a story about a tiger.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
now all I'm saying is when you're being chased by a tiger, you develop that respect for that animal. It's just majestic.
I don't know, Dib. I've been chased by several other animals. No respect. I got to be honest with you. Some of these animals I don't have any respect for. Um,
If that Isabella is here, I can't say what I'm actually thinking. But
He
if
said
that's the
that
way to go,
he was gonna say something grown up.
yeah,
yeah. Uh,
I'll take it.
Bobby
Or
saying maybe it's a Pepsi tattoo. Go ahead, Amin.
oh,
No, I'm done. I'm done.
Mr. Legs is gonna play a game
Yeah.
where just tell us the game real quick.
So Isabella, we're gonna play a game here. So Uncle Dib is a huge fan of tigers, right? It's his favorite animal in the world. It's probably one of his favorite things in the world. He has a huge respect for them. So the game is, and we like watches, right? So the game is that we're gonna say off each round will be showing Dib a watch, and we'll get his opinion on the watch, and we'll say, okay, Dib, would you rather have this watch, and then I'm going to show a picture of a tattoo. So he's got to make a decision whether he's going to go watch or
Or
tattoo.
tattoo.
And he's going to honest
Yeah.
truthfully and honestly, because
All right.
especially because you're here, he's not gonna lie to us. Dib, Joe's saying just in time for Dib's trips. Okay, probably should
That's
not say
okay.
that. Okay, Joe,
She's on
got me.
YouTube all the time. She hears a lot worse than you guys.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right. So let's get the chat saying some fun stuff. Okay, let's get started here. Okay, now Dib, I know you really have the feels for this watch here. Now this is a Vacheron Constantin. Um, Tiger watch here. I think it's a perpetual. Is it perpetual or annual calendar? I'm not 100%. Anyway, it's a gorgeous watch. I believe you like this watch. Do you like this watch, Dib? I mean, like, if you
100%. I
yeah.
mean, sign me up. How much is it?
Well, yeah, it doesn't matter. We're not worried about price right now. But anyway, so you love this watch, right?
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
So now I'm going to show you the tattoo. Now you're going to tell me whether I think I already know what the answer is going to be here. But I want to know whether you're going to want the tattoo or the
Hmm.
watch. Now, uh, since we probably already know what the answer is, anyway, I just want you, before you give the answer, I want the chat to play along, and I want Amin and Isabella to give us their opinion. So it's either this watch or this tattoo. Now it's a pretty cool tattoo, I must say.
Oh man, this is tough.
Isabella, Amin, what
What
do
do
you
you think?
think?
What do you
Where does
think
it
of the
go?
watch, and what do you think of the tattoo?
Well, the tattoo is definitely clear. Uh, I would go with the tattoo.
You would,
Ah,
no, if you get the tattoo, they give you the watch. Would you? Would
Oh
you?
yeah,
Would you get?
definitely,
You would
yeah.
do that. You get your whole arm tattooed for that
well, no,
watch.
no, yeah. Right. So that's correct. Yeah.
You would do
Sorry.
it. Yeah, I would not let you do it, but yeah,
Ahmed, what do you think Dib's gonna say?
I think Dib is going to get the tattoo.
Yeah.
I think I have to agree. Watch and tattoo at the same time.
Okay. All right.
I
Fair
mean,
enough.
there would have to be a few alterations to the tiger face, but you know,
Does the tiger look familiar?
yeah, it's like Bhalu. Like
Yeah.
how that's my pet tiger from when I was young.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Next one. I think you're gonna like this one too. I'm setting you up with some nice ones here. This Chopard
Mm.
Tiger watch here. Okay. Dib, what do you think? This is a beautiful watch.
Yeah, I think it's even better. I mean, the picture of the tiger is better looking than um, the VC that you showed earlier.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this one, the VC looks like it's like kind of like a
This is
relief,
more of a
right?
lounge, like
Yeah. Yeah.
this is more like, all right, let me tear up a few throats.
Okay. Right. Okay. Um, okay. So if you like this
Oh
watch, okay.
man, Karan
Go ahead.
is throwing hurling some insults in Dib's direction in the chat.
Okay. Unfortunately, man, I can't.
Oh, okay. You can't
Yeah,
highlight it.
yeah, because I
Okay.
have the other screen up.
All right. All right.
Next time we do
Yep.
this,
Yep.
and I'm just going to give you admin control as well. Anyway, so it's either this one over here. I mean, well, this watch, but if you want this watch, you have to get this tattoo on your leg.
Nah,
Is
Wait,
that a
don't
leg?
answer yet. Don't answer yet.
Is that a leg? Yeah. That's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
leg.
Amin,
Mm.
Isabella, what do you think? Do you think Dib would get this tattoo for the Chopard?
No.
No. I don't know. Dib likes to show his leg just like that picture. He takes
Yeah.
watch pics where you can see his thigh,
Especially in the car.
oh my
and
god.
it would look pretty slamming with that tiger there. So I'm gonna go yes.
Interesting. All right, Dib. What say you?
I already gave out my answer, but I'd just
Oh, I
take
didn't
the
hear.
shoe part instead of this tattoo.
No, that's not how it works.
Yeah. I screwed up the instructions a little bit, Dib.
You can't get the watch without the tattoo.
You can't get the watch without tattoo. Right.
All right, I'll have to pass on the watch.
Ooh, really?
Ooh, that's such a nice watch. No,
Interesting.
you don't like that watch.
Like it.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Now I think though we're gonna switch it up a little bit here.
Let me make it a little.
It's gonna be either or, Dib. All right. You're gonna have to You're either gonna have to choose the watch or the tattoo, right? So here we go. Quorum,
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Tiger Bubble here, right?
Mm.
What do you think of this watch in general, Deb? Do you find anything attractive, remotely attractive of it, or
Let's see the tattoo, and then I can give
okay?
an
All right.
answer.
All right, so this is an either or pick. I switched it up here a little bit. It's either this watch or This tattoo, not so bad, right? Tiger,
Um,
tiger, tiger, tiger.
I just can't get over how ugly that Koram is, so I'll have to pass.
So you'd have to get the tattoo then. All right.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, tattoo,
Oh,
definitely.
you switched the game.
I switched
Yep.
the game on him. I switched the
Yep.
game on
Yep.
him.
Yep.
And I forgot to ask you and Isabella what you would think.
No
Okay,
worries.
so moving on. I'm actually confusing myself a little bit here, so I think I got it right. I think I finally got it right. Okay, I'm just too excited about this. That's what it comes down to. Okay, next watch. All right, straight from Amazon, right? We got a little tiger. He's like sticking his tongue out a little bit here. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So it's either this tattoo, I mean this watch, or this tattoo. Isabella, what do you think
Oh,
Dib got?
Isabella's gone. I
Oh,
felt
okay.
like we might get to some
No. Actually, it's
non-kid friendly tattoos, so I
no.
sent her
It's
off.
pretty clean. It's pretty clean. But
All
anyway,
right.
what do you think, Amin?
So is it a either or
It,
question?
this
Yes,
one's either or.
this is
This
either
one's
or.
either or. I think Dib's gonna take the watch, and he's gonna put it right next to his Invicta.
It's a little
I'd have to agree.
okay. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Um, next watch. Straight from Gucci. It's like an embroidered dial.
Mm.
What do you think, Dib? Is this like
I mean, it has its moments, but what's the tattoo?
all right? Let me think about this one. I think. What about this guy right here?
Oh my God.
Now
It,
you have to
it,
wear
it,
this watch. All right, I'm gonna throw this out there. You're gonna have to wear this watch every day for a year, or you can just
and the
get this tattoo.
tattoo?
Tattoo now.
This tattoo looks like, when the man got too close to his cousin, and that's the result. Ugh. Oh my God. I mean, that's a tough choice. I mean, well, both are bad. I'd have to take the watch over the tattoo. You
All
know.
right, all right, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, last one, last one
All
here.
right.
Okay, yeah, this little cute little tiger watch. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, very cute, very cute. It's got a little hour and minute hand there. And I totally screwed up this game. I totally screwed up this game, didn't I? I totally screwed up this game.
You're just shifting the game as you go.
Yeah, I just shifted this game. Okay. Either I should have put the best around Constantine with this next tattoo. Or this tattoo right here.
Mm.
So
Wow.
so Dib, are you going
Yeah, I'm going with the cute cat. Yeah.
brutal? All right.
The last tattoo looks like that modern art thingy where somebody put sellotape over
Hmm.
the banana and then say that's $1 million or something, and
Yeah.
somebody actually went and ate the banana because like they were hungry. Like,
Yeah. I apologize. I totally flubbed that. I'm a little rusty with the tattoo watch game, and I really did put this together in the last like few minutes. Like I thought of it at 8:52. And I'm like, okay, let me just put this together. Anyway, I didn't really think it through. Dib was chased by an actual tiger. Damn.
I mean, we were
Uh,
on a boat, so it's not a chase, but it was coming towards us. So
can we have Carol Baskin in the chat too? Tiger swimming to you is not exactly being chased by a tiger.
I know, but like I was young, I was a kid, so
uh, oh, that's great. Hey, Chaz, did the tiger ride in the boat with you until you were marooned on the island?
no, well, no.
Dib instantly grew out his mane and pretended to be a lion to scare the tiger away.
Mm.
I think that takes a little bit more time and effort.
Yeah. Bobby was chased by a particular aggressive woodpecker. That is the basis for his passion for all things avian. Good try, Marcel. Good try. I was actually I was actually chased by a wolf spider the other day. Those things are nasty and fast.
I
Uh,
mean,
Zero
you know,
respect.
like even when like we were very young, we used to go to the zoo, and we actually had tigers in captivity. And like like you go to the zoo, like you have a nice time, and like when it's feeding time,
Mm,
like you can actually stand and see them, like them feeding. I mean, the roars of the tiger, it would, like, the whole zoo would light up. Like you could hear the tiger from one end, from to the other end. That's how loud they are. So
yeah,
I know it,
and
majestic beast.
it's like a low roar too, so it probably goes further, right? Like it just like it travels farther, right?
Well, the thing was, once one tiger started roaring, the other ones would start, and then the lions would do too. Because
Hmm.
everybody knows it's feeding time. So yeah.
Bobby pronouncing BC like Bruce Williams. Of course, that's how I always will pronounce BC from now on. Dib being chased by a tiger is the second worst big cat experience in his life after being cornered by a cougar in Atlanta. Yeah, Colin, I messed it up, man. I thought the game is yeah. I totally messed it up. Um, I promise to do better next time. If we're honest, the tiger on the VC looks a little slow, if you know what I'm saying. Uh,
I think the best one was still the show part among your
Yeah.
picks.
yeah, yeah. Hey, Chris, what's going on? How you doing? Didn't miss much. Love that the tiger is embracing the flowers and appreciating all the earth has to offer. Yeah, it is beautiful. Um, I think I don't know what that. Do you know what
Can you
that?
can you can you pronounce all that for us, Dib?
Yeah.
It's Sher Khan. So if you have not seen the Jungle Book or read the
Mm,
Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling,
mm,
Sher Khan is the tiger.
mm,
Well, I was waiting for some. It was more for Karan because like we read that in India. I don't know if it's part of the textbooks here. Bhalu is the bear.
mm.
That's what say, and
But
Mowgli is the protagonist of the story, where like the kid was left in the jungle and he was essentially raised by all these animals.
mm.
So that's what the story is about.
Chris, thanks for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Dib, I might be making a trip down your way. If I do, we need to hang out. And I'm all for a tattoo. Go Tigers. Um, hey Steve, how you doing? Good to see you. Okay. Scrolling. The tiger looks like a drunken Shiba Inu. um, you get a tiger and a bird. Okay. Scrolling there, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get through these. Um, I'm hoping to see a tiger with a sombrero tattoo. That would be amazing. Um, Dib knows how to scream at the pitch, which repels spiders. Um, we're gonna need a bigger boat. Okay. Anyway, so what do you guys say? I mean, do you want to let's check to see if there's any um, new releases? I don't think there are much, but why not? Here we got another half hour to go and some time to kill. Um, yeah,
I think the biggest news of this week would probably be the Anodane Hodinkey 25-piece limited edition watch.
Mm.
yes,
Um, as per a little birdie, they're already ready to be shipped, so you don't have to wait a million years for an Anodane. Even though for me it's a waste of money and time, I'd rather buy a Seiko Presage dial. Like they have enamel, porcelain, you name it, different colors, different variants. Like I'm not, again, I'm not saying the Anodine is a bad product. It's a good product, but you have to wait 3 to 4 years for a $2,000 watch, $3,000 watch. That to me isn't worth it.
Did
yeah,
they show
yeah.
it yet? Do we know what it looks like?
No, it's gonna launch I think tomorrow at 11.
And you could get it if you're
If you're fast enough, yes.
fast enough. Yeah.
There's a decent potential flippability in this watch.
Yeah.
People do love an ordain, but again, there are ambitious dealers out there who have listed many anordains for a high price and they haven't sold. So you're
But if you
warned.
get one of the first 12, you're going to make money,
Yeah,
right?
I would think so.
Yeah.
Case looks good. Again, it's not worth it to me, just because I think it's, and my guess is the price would be around $3,000 to $4,000. I'm not looking for a
Mhm.
watch with with those requirements, especially in that price range.
But we don't know what it is, right?
It, it, it has to be some sort of fume enamel dial, right?
But
You know,
how could it be that they can only make 12 a year? Like
no, no,
this
no, only 25. That's it.
or 25, what do you mean total?
Yeah, so
I
total of
this
25.
They said
That's
in
it.
some article that like they can't find a way to make more than a certain amount per year or something like that. Like it sounded like some new process that they haven't done before.
No, no, I don't doubt that they have a new process, but to me, I don't know if I would pay the premium
Yeah.
over, like honestly, if I were to go enamel and I'm going high end,
Mm.
uh, UN, 100%, or
Yeah.
brigade.
I just wonder if it's something different than enamel, like
I mean,
something we've never
i-
seen before.
if it is, then color me intrigued, but
I mean, I have no idea what that would be, you know?
same,
Mm.
yeah.
I think if they do come out with if this release has an enamel dial,
Mm.
I think the big story here is all these other people who've been waiting for a while for their watch to be made, right?
Mm.
We've known some people who were on lists who've had their orders canceled by Anordane because Anordane cannot get whatever it was they needed to get down um, or working for that particular batch. So it feels a little bit like Anordane is pushing aside everybody to
Mm.
put this release. Now, I don't want to go all in. I'm not really going in all in on that statement. I'm just like thinking it through because we just don't know what they're releasing. But if it's another enamel dial, I'd be kind of pissed if I was on a waiting list here or waiting for
When
my
you
watch to be
first
made.
sorry.
Yeah, yeah, I'm done.
When you first loaded the page, it said 144 hours to produce and
Yeah, yeah,
1,000 plus hand engravings, right? So this,
yeah.
if they mean per watch, it's going to be something different than what they've done before. I'm not, thinking I want one
Hmm.
or that intrigued. Um, I'm no way in the world I'm getting up, to crack a dawn on May 10th to try to get one of 25 on Hodinky. That's like seems like a hopeless thing, even if I wanted one.
I mean,
Um,
when's it releasing?
May 10th.
No, no, at what time?
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, I think it
I'm
should be 11 o'clock because that's when Hodinky drops
mm.
anything they sell.
Anyway, I don't. I'm not that interested, but yeah, slightly curious. Like I know I won't want to buy it, but because I just know I won't. But I think it'll be something completely different than what they've done.
Kevin's saying the new process is called creating an artificial hype for mid-tier watches. Paul disagrees. He says, "No way, Kevin. I bet it's something amazing like forged carbon fiber, like my Schwinn. Do the dip flip, right? I
I
mean,
have thought about it 100%, but
yeah. I mean, like this is
uh,
this is like the perfect setup for you, dip here. I mean, you like flipping watches. You haven't really done much of that lately. This is a way to to get one last at bat, right? Before you give up the hobby, like you threatened to do.
I'm waiting for the scalpers should die comments to come in. After that, I'll
Hmm.
think about it. But I don't know. I mean, it's a I've bought and sold Seikos, lose money, make money on some. This is not what I usually do. It's out of my comfort zone. So where do I sell? And It's like if you try to flip something which you bought, you took the risk with your own money. There's some judgmental bees out there, you know.
Mm,
Like fine,
mhm.
I don't care. I mean, if somebody is flipping, I don't know, a Patek they waited 5 years to get, like making 100K. I don't care. It's not my money. I did not put in the work. I did not do anything. But flipping is a bad term in our community. So yeah, I
Chen's
don't
saying
know.
this new process, so was the previous 25-piece limited edition that they canceled earlier this year because they couldn't perfect it. Right. Exactly. Chris saying 6 or 7 of these 25 are already spoken, taken by Hodinkee staff, probably, right? Um, the case shape looks a little bit different. There is nothing fun about queues, waiting lists, or any of that. This is not luxury, in my opinion.
I mean,
Um,
sadly, such is the world we live in nowadays. Go and try to buy a high-end car. It's far worse than buying a little watch. It's just how it is. You either play the sad game or you don't.
Hodinkee always likes to double down on trends. Paul's saying, I am curious to see it, but out on online 5-minute mosh pit hype frenzies.
No,
Rick
it's not
saying,
going to last 5 minutes. It's 15 seconds or less.
Rick,
If
I don't think you need to worry about it, Deb. Demand will be huge. Unlikely any of us would get one.
That's what I
yeah,
think.
I'm not trying.
I mean, the
Yeah.
number of them is so few for its Hodinky, and it's not crazy expensive, so it's gonna be impossible.
Hmm.
Not too teach.
Not too thick, really. Okay. Um, there was another release that I got in the mail today. Um, get your thoughts on this. I don't want to keep on harping on Long Island Watch, but man, uh, I'm having a really hard time lately with it. And they came out with, oh boy,
It's called the Brookville.
yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
Upper Brookville.
Upper Brookville. Wait, I had it up here. There it is.
I'm just waiting for the Inner City Baltimore edition.
All right. So, I've seen this dial before, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I used to own a MM200
I
Seiko
remember that.
diver, Save the Ocean, with this exact dial texture.
SPB 299.
Not too long ago.
It just came out
SB
last year.
299. Yeah, let me just pull that up here. I wish I could do the same thing you do. I know, Amin, you're able to. I don't know how I can't figure it out, but boomer. But putting both screens in here. So I mean, look at that dial.
Very similar. Oh,
So list price $499. Today comes out. It's savings 120 at 379. I will say that the bracelet's interesting. It's not your typical bracelet that you see with some of these other Long Island watches, or that I'm familiar with.
it's a
But
president bracelet, right?
yeah, yeah.
Presidential.
Um, you got a blue rotor here, so that's a little bit different. Um, I don't know, man. Like, can I just get your take for like 5 minutes and then we'll just move on because I just don't want to keep harping on some of these Long Island watches, but I just can't.
Yeah,
Good
Uh,
this
for
is
Mark. Good for Mark for hoodwinking all the people in the world. I mean, copy Seiko, all the best. You're giving a discount for the poors. Good. Customized rotor. Very good. You know. I don't know. I mean, everybody knows my thoughts about these watches. They're not gonna change, but I don't really fault Mark for doing it. He's exploiting a gap in the price range that Seiko used to live, and now they don't, and now you know, he's giving back to the masses, right? You know, sapphire crystal, hacking, hand winding, you know, A4 hertz. So good for him. My issue is with people who push these products and says, you know, it's the best product in the world. Those are the people who I have issues with. If you're gonna buy this piece of crap, go ahead. It's a mega turd watch. I'm gonna repeat it till I die. There's no originality to the design. It's a copy. You know, if another brand copies another brand, I'm not going to call it, you know, a homage. Like for example, the Chapek versus Christopher Ward integrated bracelet piece. I don't know what to say. I don't really like it because there's too many similarities to the Antarctique, but designed by the same guy. So kind of gets a leeway, but not for me. This, I mean, you know, Sarbo 33Ks with that dial, probably had to, you know, ransack the Seiko factory to find a dial. Who knows? And, you know, make it. It's like a parts bin watch where people just come in. All right, throw this, throw that, throw this, throw that. Oh, there's a watch. Let's fool the idiots that are out there. And when I went to Wind Up in 2022, the biggest crowd that I could find, which was not Oris or Zodiac, because they were taking center stage, was Long Island Watch. So people just don't, you know, care. I mean, they don't care if they're wearing copy watches. It's not a homage; it's a copy. I'll take that to the grave. So
I don't think this one is a copy, but I think it's a very clumsy mishmash where you, you, people, when we talk about these watches, they argue that every watch is influenced by other watches, which is true. But when you can see so blatantly, you know, the dial texture came from this Seiko, the case comes from this Seiko, the bracelet copies this, it's just very uh, weak. You know, it's not influenced, it's smashed together. It's just
the,
weak design.
the other thing is, let me pull up the, because I'm still subscribed to Mac from Long Island. It literally says Birch Dial. So
Mm,
they, you know, like this guy doesn't even try to pretend, and you know,
yeah,
like
it's right there on the title right there.
uh, and you know, like heavyweights on Instagram, Red Bar founders for one, like who, you know, who came after me. Those people are promoting these pieces of crap. Pieces of crap. I'll say that again. Um, those are the people I have an issue with. Mark can sell whatever he wants. You know, it's successful. He's making money. You know, flying private jets, whatnot. You know, and flying poor YouTubers out to San Francisco. Shout out to Mr. Detroit Spartan for reminding me that. You know, it's just I don't know. I mean, it's just I feel disappointed in the watch community when I see this watch. Homage watches exist. Everybody does it. Like Laurier. I want to use Laurier, Nodus, Zelos. They're all in this price range. Are they homage? Yes. But are they blatant ripoffs? No. I mean, it's frustrating to me because people who are new to the hobby, I started small. I started with a $200 watch 5 years ago, 4 years ago, I think. And when I see, like, you know, it was always how many check mark, how many boxes do I tick off? Does it have a good movement? Does it have sapphire crystal? Does it have a solid end link? All these things mattered to me at that point, and this watch has it.
I think we're giving this too much air. I
I don't
I
really
think
care.
good
I don't care.
points. I agree with you. I
Okay.
think
I don't care. I don't care anymore. Buy what you want. Buy what you need. You know, just don't tell me this is a good watch. That's all I'll say.
How about Kara Joy saying, how about the new pusher bezel, Mont Blanc Minerva 1858 mono pusher
Got it.
chrono. Is that let me see, is that um
I don't remember which publication had it, but the coolest thing about a Minerva movement is, um, I don't know what you guys call it in English, but essentially it's like a tail with an arrow at
Mm,
the end.
I know what you're
Um,
talking about. Yeah.
yeah, that's so cool. I mean,
yeah, I don't know where it is either, publication wise. KR, if you want to tell us where it is, um, I'll be happy to take a look at it. New Seiko, the new Seiko Astron Resident Evil. Uh,
Is
let's
this
see
the
here.
is this the Minerva Mont Blanc he's talking about, or
Let's see.
this one?
I think so, yeah. The problem is, where do you even see it? We have a Mont Blanc boutique in my city. They don't have anything Minerva. They have the
Mm.
basic
Hmm.
divers and the chronographs,
This
but
is the tail you're talking about.
yeah,
Yeah.
look at that. That's so freaking cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that is very cool. I just worry about legibility on this one. Maybe it's not the best picture, but I like Mont Blanc. I don't know. I could just never see myself going through with uh, a Mont Blanc purchase. I mean, you've owned a Mont Blanc watch,
I
right?
had one. It wasn't a Minerva one though. It was a
Right.
lower end one. It was good. Yeah, I bought it. I bought it at a good price. Um, are you looking up the Seiko?
Yeah, just want to do that.
I don't think that's been released yet. We were talking to Kevin in the afternoon. I haven't seen it. Like maybe it's leaked. I don't think so.
It says here Astron Resident Evil.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Sorry.
Is this the one? These ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a soft spot for Mila Jovovich or
Mm,
Jovovic.
mm,
I would pick that up. I'm not a big fan of blacked out watches.
mm.
Uh,
I think it looks cool, man. I like it.
Which one? You like the round one here or the
Yeah,
octagon
I
guy
like
here?
both. I think I like both.
Yeah.
I'm not. The only thing is for some reason I'm just not into um Seiko solar Seikos. I don't know. For some reason they just
Mm.
there's something that there's no connect for me with them. Um,
600 Stux.
but this looks very cool. I
I
like
like
it.
this.
Yeah.
I think there's not a lot of good videos out there about these watches, but Hodinkee did do a week on the wrist with one of the variants of this watch. So if you want to, if anybody wants to take a look at that, definitely, please, view it. I mean, again, like these are expensive watches. These are not cheap. These titanium ones are, I think, over $2,200. So, but that video kind of gives a good perspective of how the watch wears on a wrist, because these are large, kind of integrated bracelets, 42.3 millimeters. So on the bigger side, definitely.
Scott was saying that when he sold his Mont Blanc, he didn't take that bad of a bath on it. Caliber still owns a Mont Blanc.
Caliber
Uh,
has all, eclectic pieces.
he
Mm.
does. He
He
does.
just hasn't bought anything in the last 2 years, but other than
Yeah, which
that,
is amazing.
everything's good.
Yeah. Kevin S. He likes the leather one. I like the leather one too. Um, I like that. Bulgari aluminum. Let's see. Those just came out, right? I'll pull
Mm.
that up.
If you
Um,
have a bigger wrist, it's a good watch. If not, the rubber strap, for lack of a better word, wears a little, clunky.
I mean, these look fun, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, these are good prices new and even better prices used, because these take a bath. Like I've seen the standard editions. Like I think there's like 2,500 for the
Mm,
three-hander. I've seen them for like 700. So
yeah. Wait, maybe a previous generation one or no?
now new gen,
No. Oh,
like a year and a half old.
wow.
It's limited, $3,600.
It
Yeah,
wouldn't matter. They won't sell out, or maybe they will. You know.
I think that may be the 2892. Is that?
Yeah, these are all ETM movements. I
Mhm.
mean, whether it's 2892 or 2824, that's how they keep the prices down a little bit.
That's the chronograph, though, right? The 2892.
No,
28. Okay.
2892. Hold on, now I'm getting confused. That those are the three-handers. That should be a value. Oh, Roar of the Tiger said, why don't I talk about Seiko QC issues? Yes, there are. 100%. Do I like it? No. I have sold watches which came in and immediately I sold it because there's QC issues. Seiko should definitely improve their QC, whether it comes to chapter rings, misaligned markers, the bezel, movement regulation. All of these have been talked to death. Everybody knows about them.
Yeah.
I hate it personally, and I've bought many Seikos over the years, but their quality has increased, but it still has many ways to go. I mean,
Mm.
like they're maybe at 71%.
I
So
found like all the Seikos that I've bought in the last, I would say, like, year, which have been like a fairly decent amount, at least like a dozen Seikos when I come to think about it. Um, no real quality issues, control issues. Align chapter rings. I mean, look, these are like the mid-tier
yeah, not not
divers, right?
the not the 200 $300
No,
ones.
no, not that range, right?
It's just that I have to agree with you. I think I bought over 25 over the last 2 years, and none of them has had issues except one, which was running very erratically out of the gate, 6R35. I remember the worst issues that I got was way back in 2020 when they first introduced the 6R35. The first batches, those were really bad. But after that, it's okay. Anything that I've received, they're unregulated, always been below 10 seconds a day. Some have been around 12 to 13. But overall, quality has increased, but Seiko should not get a pass just because they're Seiko. Definitely, they need to increase their quality based on the amount
Mm,
of money they're charging you MSRP. We are not really talking about how much discount you can get from your dealer, but at the end of the day, even with their million variants and Seiko being a sinking ship, which we joke about it all the time, original designs. Sorry, you know. Long Island Watch probably has better QC than Seiko. Probably, more certain.
Original design, and then also the QC, like there's a few QC things people keep harping on, like bezel
mm,
alignment or chapter ring alignment, but the actual quality, the 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 bezel, the printing on the bezel, the dial, the printing on the dial, the cut of the hands, the way the hands are finished, like I still think they're better than all these micro brand watches in their price point.
Even the
The quality of the
polish on the
yeah, the
case.
polish
mm.
on the case, the lack of sharpness on the bracelets, even if they're not the greatest clasp in the world, just like
Yeah.
that, they're not going to cut you. I mean, there's a lot of quality things about Seiko, I would say.
Yeah, and if you don't like it, don't have to buy it. It's a sinking
Yeah.
ship after all. Get off while you can. Grand Seiko and Seiko.
moving on real quick to Meister Singer. I really want to like Meister Singer.
Mm,
And I think this is a really pretty watch, and it's got the hourly chime to it, enamel dial.
mm.
Um, it's a big watch though.
I like that the hand that blue disc at the center too.
Yeah, yeah.
It's cool.
Like I mean, like this is this or the moon phase one that they have. If I had to go Meister Singer, this is where I would go. Problem is with this watch, I mean it's 43 millimeters, so it's kind of big, and it's kind of thick, 13 millimeters, almost or close to 13 millimeters. But I mean, anyway, this is like a limited piece, I believe,
Mm.
and it's yeah, um, and it's close to $6,000, when that has VAT included. So probably not for me. Anyway, but I mean, like it is a cool looking watch. I like the whole idea of the one hand. I think I like what they're doing. It's just I just probably wouldn't buy one. Um, Chris is saying Orient best value brand as we speak. Um, Paul saying heritage brands have a lot more in their notebooks about ergonomics than the backyard brand ever will. I still think, Canadian Watch Monkey, that Seiko makes great watches for the money. If nothing else, they are one of the only brands that are fully in house. Um, never go full Master Singer. Master Singer has a cool jump hour model. That's true. Yeah, not cheap, man.
What do you think, Rob? You want to put up my screen for a second?
Absolutely, yeah.
What are your thoughts about this guy? This
So, I root for Stefan Kadoki. I
mm,
used to own one, as you guys know, Kadoki too. I want to like every single thing that comes out of their arsenal, or the Kadoki 3. I'm not crazy about, and this one I'm not crazy about either.
mm,
I'm just not sure how I feel about that entire blue case.
mm,
Um, and somebody had mentioned, I was talking to earlier. Someone had mentioned, like, the contrast in the, I mean, the movement side, is kind of a little boring.
mm,
If there was some, more engraving on it, it'd be interesting. The dial's got, some great stuff going on. I love the dial. I'm just not a big fan of the case.
mm.
What do you think, Amin?
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it looks great. We're seeing more of these kinds of however they coat cases this way, this kind of coloring, like
Yeah.
Chrono Swiss does this. I'm trying to think who else does this. But
Um, I think the closest competitor to this case would be the Mark 18
mm,
Laureus edition. So that's
oh,
full blue ceramic, and
oh,
the tone of that watch is very
mm.
similar to this one. Uh,
This is, I think, CVD or some kind of. They're calling it PVD here. Oh,
Hmm.
here CVD. Sorry, um, CVD for the case, chemical vapor deposition. That I know is. I'm pretty sure that's what Chrono Swiss does. Um,
I think the IWC is fully blue ceramic.
yeah,
Yeah, there's a difference between
yep,
those
yep,
two.
for sure. I dig it. And then, G, what else I see here? Seiko. This is another one. Tourbillon, Swiss Tourbillon under 10K,
Hmm.
code 41. This guy's kind of fugly,
Yeah.
but just pulling up new watches. Rado?
There's one watch that I was interested in, and I don't know if you guys know about it, but it's called the Fromand, um,
Spell it?
Fromand. Yeah, so
This
that
guy?
that's a pretty unique watch.
Mm.
and it has a Schwarz ATN movement less than $10,000. This design looks pretty fresh to me.
Yeah, I agree. This is
And I
like a
know,
palate cleanse after some of the watches I just threw up on
Yeah,
the screen.
again, it's a very divisive watch because of the
Yeah.
way the lug ends meet, or the
Mm.
lack of lugs, so to speak. But a micro rotor movement for less than 10 grand from Schwarz ATN.
Yeah, this looks nice. I like it.
Yeah, just so that people know about this watch, it's pretty cool.
Titanium.
Hmm.
Kevin saying he's got a little Linda Verdlin vibes with this one.
Mm.
Movement looks really good.
Yeah, that looks fun.
Brand
Kind of.
based out of Singapore. So there's definitely people out there who are taking chances. Again, personally, I don't think I am ready for a $9,000 watch with no hit back history, but this
Mm.
looks cool. Maybe in a couple of years, who knows?
Is it fixed spring bars? It
I
looks
would
like
say
it's like
so.
a Velcro. Oh, here's the picture. Yeah, fixed bars, because it looks like a Velcro strap.
That movement side is kind of reminds me a little of Armand Strom, like
Mm,
kind of like I get that feel.
mm.
I think the what's it called, the Schwarzschild Roma.
Hmm.
The Roma, I think, has the same type of movement.
The
Paul likes
one
it.
with Kari, or
I just don't. It's escaping my mind. I think Watchbox had one. Yeah, I think one of
yeah,
those
yeah,
watches have
yeah,
the
yeah,
same type of movement.
yeah, yeah.
I won't say it's the same because I don't remember.
Similar, different decoration. Let's see. Uh,
Yes and no, maybe. I'm
some.
not sure.
I mean the layout is very similar.
I think no.
Just
Uh,
the plates are very different.
yeah,
Yeah.
Bill Sanders used the Naginhar movement, so that's
Mm.
different from this for his lyric watch. Again, an
Yeah.
interesting brand out there.
Yeah, it's cool. I think, doing the lugs this way is gonna it helps make it distinctive, but you're right, it's gonna put off a lot of people, right? I mean, as soon as you don't do a bracelet, you've lost a lot of
Yeah,
people, half of
Hmm.
people, right? And then
but
you tell them they can't use spring bars, you lose another good chunk.
I mean, you have to admit this is a cool watch.
Yeah, totally. And relatively, like you said, fresh design.
Yeah, it's 8850 Swiss francs, so I think roughly $10,000.
Yeah,
Again, not saying I'm buying it. I'm
yeah,
very risk averse,
yeah,
but that's cool.
yeah. Yeah, it's pricey. I mean, I'm not saying it's overpriced, but it's not a cheap watch.
Yeah.
Well, folks, Dib, sorry I screwed up that game, man. I totally screwed up that game. I'm like, you live with your defeats a lot longer than your victories, and I'm gonna take this one with me
It
for a
was
while.
good. You switched the game halfway through.
Yeah,
That's all.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
good.
Because I got a little confused. But anyway,
There
guys, thanks
is a
again.
micro
Yeah.
brand that this watch does remind me. I think like maybe Stoa makes divers that look a little bit like this. Do you?
They have a pro diver. Yeah, a little bit.
And Helm, not Helm, one of those guys does something a little like this. But
Wasn't there like that? What's that one that Hodinkee pushes? That
Unimatic.
Unimatic.
Yeah.
That's what it kind of reminded me.
Canadian Watch Monkey is saying, can you please pull up the Yamaha Wrist Master budget horological bargain?
All right. You ask for it, it shall come. Wristmaster.
All I'll say is when I saw it in wind up, I don't remember what they were charging. It was seriously bad quality. The movement was bent. The dial was twisted, I think. It wasn't that great. So Yamaha living up to their name of bad QC.
So is this what we're talking about here?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Oh boy. $3,000 for a Yamaha. Nope, can't do it. Sorry. Too much.
Not too terrible.
Amin, would you pay $3,000 for that watch?
That's pretty steep.
No, but I'm not paying a lot for a lot of watches, but I'm not seeing this as too terrible. Given the category and everything else, I mean, they're all kind of like this.
Kevin, you can't pull up a horological giant with only 2 minutes left.
Go back to the front for a second. I mean, they did a little something.
Just the name Wristmaster.
Yeah. Wristmaster is horrible.
Oh my god! I mean,
yeah, and they did homage. There's big time Nautilus elements here, and yeah, okay, it's terrible.
Yeah, I don't have anything decent to say about this watch because I've seen it in person and underwhelming. The word underwhelming is an understatement. All I'll say is that.
Is that an optical illusion with the dial? Is it like convex? I mean, concave? I mean,
Nah, it's probably broken.
no.
I think it's just the curve of it's
The French went on strike, and the dial turned out to be crooked.
It's an illusion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Canadian Watch Monkey. Let's look. I mean,
I don't think it's too bad.
Yeah.
Canadian Watch Monkey. Just I'm not saying the watch is bad, but my personal experience has been really bad. I'd just say try it before you buy it. If you can find somebody close enough to you to see the watch, definitely I would suggest doing that before putting down $3,000 of your hard-earned money. That's all I'll say.
Yema Underseas. Okay, Colin. Okay. I love the movement side. I've always wanted my watch movements finish like my titanium spork.
Looks like a lot of debris would get stuck in those front gaps. They would be hard to clean.
What if you have eczema?
I guess if you just scrub it underwater, since it's water resistant.
Yeah, I mean, I mean that's your best bet. CWM.
Yep.
You know, wait for it gets heavily discounted.
Or wait for a Yema giveaway.
Yeah. So Chaz has been waiting for his Yema on that giveaway for several years now.
Yeah.
So, French wrist cheese is the best wrist cheese. Okay. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much. for coming out tonight. Really appreciate it. Chat, as always, you're the best. Amin, Dib, Amin, I'm not going to ask you what's coming out this week,
Nothing
um,
coming.
but I'm sure something great will be coming out soon. And Dib, thanks again, man. Thanks for being a good sport, playing the game, and telling us the story of the swimming tiger. I'll remember that one. Guys, I will not be streaming this Friday. However, I will be appearing at Watch Chris is having a stream this Friday night. So if you're a subscriber to his channel,
Nice.
his big celebrating his 50th or reaching his 50K
Congrats.
subscribers. Yeah. So hopefully, I believe I'm right.
Is he donating an Yema?
I don't. I don't know. I don't know what he's got planned, but I'm sure it's going to be great, Dib, and I hope to see you in the stream in the chat there. Anyway, guys, have a good one.
Good night.
See you
Good
on
night,
Chris's
people.
stream, and take it easy. Good night.
See you guys.